Hello, my name is Douglas Bloch. I'm an author and a depression survivor. Welcome to another edition of One-on-One with the Depression Counselor. Today we are broadcasting from one of the most successful and oldest Renaissance fairs in the country, held outside of Eugene, Oregon, called the Oregon Country Fair. The fair is a three-day event that hosts over 900 booths, selling every kind of craft imaginable, along with 18 stages featuring a wide variety of musical, comedic, theatrical, juggling, daredevil, and vaudeville performances. There are also many side venues, parades, and walking performers throughout the entire fair site, including a marching band, giant puppets, and stilt walkers. Now you may be asking, what does the country fair have to do with healing from depression? The answer can be defined in one word: creativity. To be creative is to be human. We were born with the innate drive to be creative, and when we are tapped into the creative flow, instead of depression, we experience enthusiasm and joy. I first came to the country fair in the summer of 1974. When I arrived, I was depressed, confused, and unsure of my life's path. The fair was bursting with creative artists, musicians, performers, and craftspeople. Within moments of arriving here, I experienced a sense of freedom and possibility. I felt that I had the permission to explore my creativity and to follow that wherever it would take me. And since then, every time I've gotten involved in creating a new book, website, or video, my depression has lifted. Thus, we can say that creativity can be an antidote to depression. For example, one of my group members who struggled with alcoholism decided to take up juggling. He discovered that the intense concentration and focus that it took to master juggling literally cured him of his alcoholism. Whenever he had the urge to drink, instead of reaching for the bottle, he reached for his juggling pins. As he directed his attention to keeping the pins suspended in the air, the urge to drink faded away. Drumming is another way to get into the creative flow. One of my group members has immersed himself into drumming and participates regularly in drumming circles. As a result of mastering this art, he now teaches drumming to young children. He has also learned to make his own African drums and uses them in his drumming lessons. Dance is another way to get into the creative flow, as moving back and forth also moves stuck energy. Dance has the advantage of being an aerobic exercise, which means that it brings oxygen and blood flow to the brain. Multiple studies have shown that this kind of physical activity works to relieve the symptoms of depression as well as Prozac or any other antidepressant medication. Many of us may remember the movie Zorba the Greek, in which the lead character danced to bring joy and exhilaration into his life. Finally, there is music. A well-known phrase says, "Music has charms to soothe a savage beast." For those of us suffering from depression and anxiety, music can bring healing to the brain. For example, when I am depressed, a good old rock and roll song gets me renewed and energized. So, to bring the healing power of creativity into your life, ask yourself, is there some form of expression that I can use to tap into the creative force within me? Whether you draw, paint, write, make music, cook, garden, or have any other kind of expression, you don't have to be a master of it. The creative expression itself will be its own reward, and it will help to bring healing to your body, mind, and spirit. I hope you've enjoyed our video today. We're in the parking lot outside the country fair. Behind me is a beautiful sunset, and today we've been talking about and experiencing creativity. Yes, this place was a seminal place for me. 40 years ago I came and got in touch with my creativity and a vision of the future, and that future is now. 40 years later, I'm creating, writing, making these videos, and really living the life I was meant to live, and hopefully helping myself and others heal from depression. This is Douglas Bloch signing off from the Country Fair.